Venice is a city of immense beauty and historical importance, but also unique and unlike any other city in Italy. As the capital of the Veneto region in northern Italy, Venice actually sits on 117 small islands that are connected by a series of bridges and separated by a network of canals. With a population of around 250,000, Venice is not one of the largest cities in Venice, but it is one of the most visited tourist destinations in the country. During the Middle Ages and the Italian Renaissance, Venice was an extremely strong fortress and served as a major financial and military center. Moreover, it was a place that experienced great cultural and artistic development and was world famous. Today, Venice is an important economic center and is one of the most popular cities for tourism in the world. Monuments such as the Basilica of St. Mark and the Grand Canal attract millions of visitors to this small group of islands each year. Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss the best things to do in Venice. But before starting the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now let's explore the best things to do in Venice. Number 1. St. Mark's Basilica, the most famous building in Venice. St. Mark's Basilica is a majestic piece of architecture that has stood the test of time since its construction in 1092 and remains one of the most important ecclesiastical buildings in northern Italy. Every aspect of this church is fantastic, from the ornate details, sculptures, and artwork of the front facade to the beautifully painted frescoes and Byzantine artwork on the inside of the vaulted ceiling. Located in Piazza San Marco and easily accessible from the Grand Canal, this basilica is one of the best-known surviving examples of Italian Byzantine architecture. Number 2. St. Mark's Square. While St. Mark's Basilica is the most famous building in Venice, St. Mark's Square is the most famous square. Located on the Grand Canal, opposite the island of San Giorgio Maggiore, this square is of great importance in Venice and is a truly spectacular place to visit. The square is surrounded by a series of ornate buildings with arched walkways that frame it perfectly. In addition, the square is home to several important buildings including St. Mark's Campanile, St. Mark's Basilica, the Doge's Palace, and the Torre dell'Orologio. This square is truly the ideal place to start your tour of Venice and tick off some of its most impressive sights. Number 3. Canal Grande. Venice has literally hundreds of canals that connect the various islands that make up the city, the largest of which is the Grand Canal. This monumental canal is more like a river and runs from one side of Venice to the other, winding through the center in the shape of a large S-bend. More than 170 buildings dating back to the 13th century line the canal's banks and have served as an important waterway in the city for hundreds of years. Only 4 bridges span the Grand Canal because people and tourists usually travel along the canal rather than across it. Consider walking along parts of the canal, admiring the buildings that line it, and watching Venice's bustling water traffic. Number 4. Ponte di Rialto. The Ponte di Rialto is one of the bridges that span the impressive Grand Canal and is undoubtedly the most famous and iconic. The bridge that connects Venice's San Marco and San Polo districts is an important pedestrian thoroughfare, but also a very popular tourist attraction. This originally wooden bridge stood for hundreds of years until it collapsed in 1524. After this event, an ornate stone bridge was built that still stands today. The detail and design of the bridge is simply beautiful, and its symmetry perfectly frames the Grand Canal. In addition, there are also a number of shops on the bridge selling a range of goods from souvenirs to jewelry. Number 5. Gallery dell'Accademia. Located opposite the Ponte dell'Accademia on the Grand Canal, this museum hosts a fine collection of pre-19th century art, featuring works by artists such as Bellini, Canaletto, and Titian. The building that houses the gallery was formerly a monastery and was converted into a museum in the mid to late 17th century. For those who love Renaissance art and iconic masterpieces, this gallery offers. Probably his most famous work is Da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, which shows the ideal proportions of a man. Other notable works include The Resurrection by Tintoretto, The Virgin and Child by Titian, and The Battle of Lepanto by Veronese. Number 6. Venice Lido. if you are looking for a place to relax and get away from most of the tourists. Lido is the place to go. This self-contained island forms a barrier between Venice and the Adriatic Sea and offers a long stretch of beautiful beach to enjoy. Home to approximately 20,000 residents, Lido also has a number of residential areas, shops, restaurants, and hotels. With a much calmer, relaxed, and laid-back feel in the center of Venice, the Lido is a real escape and provides a stark contrast to the bustling streets and waterways surrounding the Grand Canal. Number 7. Doge's Palace. The Doge's Palace, one of the most famous buildings in Venice, apart from the Basilica and Bell Tower, also stands in St. Mark's Square, but overlooks the Grand Canal. This ornate palace is simply stunning, and its front facade features a beautiful white stone arched design with a series of diamond patterns on the walls. Inside, the palace is just as impressive, and there are a number of hugely ornate rooms that all have original details, furniture, and artwork. Tours of the palace are available, and it is recommended to spend some time exploring both the exterior and interior in detail to really capture a piece of Venice's history. Number 8. Bridge of Sighs. Although only a small bridge in the relative scheme of Venice, the Bridge of Sighs is one of the most visited structures in the city and an important historical landmark. The bridge crosses the Rio di Palazzo and connects Prigioni Nuovo with the Doge's Palace. Legend has it that as the criminals were led from the palace across the bridge, they took one last look at Venice inside, in view of their impending sentence and imprisonment. When visiting St. Mark's Square, this iconic bridge is an absolute must. Number 9. Ride a Vaporetto through the Grand Canal. Vaporetto is the main form of transport in Venice. Yes, you can catch a train to the main station, and yes, you can walk the streets. But to really experience Venice, you have to experience it from the water. The Vaporetto system is highly efficient and one of the fastest ways to travel to the various Venetian islands. You can buy extended tickets that allow multiple uses, so you don't have to worry about buying a ticket every time you use it. Try to travel by Vaporetto as much as possible during your stay in Venice and enjoy the water traffic and the sights and sounds you'll encounter. Number 10. San Marco Campanile. As the tallest structure in Venice, the Bell Tower is a towering building that stands at a colossal height of 98.6 meters. The building that stands now is actually a reconstruction. It was originally built in the 9th century and served as a watchtower. Over the years, the tower has been damaged by fire, earthquake, and even lightning. The main shaft is made of a simple red brick design and is quite simple, but the bell case and top have countless arches and stonework, and there is a golden statue of the angel Gabriel at the top. Admire the tower from Piazza di San Marco, but also take the elevator up for perhaps the best panoramic view of Venice. That's all from today's video. We hope you'd enjoyed this video. Please let us know your opinion about the video in the comment section. And subscribe to our channel. Take care until next time.